Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great. And welcome to a new update on Kaspa. Haven't covered it for 2 weeks, also partially because I was on vacation for 1.5 weeks. I did post a review on Kaspa, by the way, so if you're interested in that, just look up Kaspa Cilinix and you'll find it if you actually want to know my opinion on the project and the potential of it. But in this video, we'll focus on the technicals because the technicals have, as most of you know, turned a little bit. I wouldn't necessarily call Kaspa bearish yet, even though we are putting in lower highs, as you can see. Also putting in lower lows right here. And it looks like we are trending down a bit, but the reason why I wouldn't call it bearish is because the EMAs are still pretty steady. They're flat, which basically means that the price or that the average price is flat, so that we are consolidating. But there are risks that we will actually turn or get into somewhat more of a bearish market structure. So we'll talk about that, what the different possibilities are from here, different scenarios, and just in general my take on Kaspa for now. So before we do that, two things. First of all, this is mainly a short-term price analysis. I am a short-term trader. I'm a day trader, and that's also how I analyze. All right, so you should know that. I do still think that all-time highs are possible this year. It might just still take a little bit longer, and I'm a fan of the project, but I'm also realistic. All right, so if the chart tells me that it's going to be bearish, I will tell you that it's going to be bearish, whether you like it or not. And apart from that, I have my own premium trading group in which I share my own trades. I've never really traded Kaspa yet, but I do trade a lot. So if you want access to my trades, but also access to my trading guide and an exclusive chat room full of traders, check that out via the links down in the description or cilinix.com. But now onto Kaspa. So first of all, what I wanted to do is to take a look at the volume, because volume, even though it looks very like it's unimportant, it's more important than you think, I think at least. So what we're seeing right now in the last month is that the volume has dropped down pretty significantly. Like when we hit those all-time highs right here around 5 cents, volume was high, like volume was around 60 million. And after that, obviously there are peaks and lows, but in general, the trend has been down with the volume pretty low right now, around 13 million. So that's a bearish confirmation. And then apart from that, like I said, we are making lower highs, and we just, for example, broke through, which, I mean, it's not a major bearish breakout, but it does mean something. We just broke through 4 cents. So at this point of time, like what's going to happen, this is a pretty strong level. So what will happen now probably is that we'll drop down to this level again between 3.8 and 3.7 cents. All right, so I do expect bearish momentum on the short term. I also expect us to actually hold this level, all right, so that we'll find support there. But from that support, if we are not able to break above 4 cents again, so we will get up to 4 cents. If we cannot break above that in the next week or so which basically would mean that we get into some sort of a consolidation between ultimately even 3.6 cents and 4 cents, then I do think that it's just a matter of time before 3.6 cents, where the 0.5 FIB is as well, breaks, and that will actually drop down all the way to this level right here between 3.2 and 3.1 cents. All right, so this is the well, not the worst case scenario, because we could also crash, of course. That's what we saw with Bitcoin last week, for example. But this is a possibility. All right, and this is something to be prepared for. So just to repeat myself, I see this happening if we actually drop down now towards our support levels, which is expected, and we find support there, and we are not able to break above 4 cents in the next week. If we're not able to do that, if we keep finding resistance there in that whole area between 3.9 and 4 cents, it's likely that 3.6 cents, our main support level, will give up as well, because that's just major bearish confirmation. And then we'll drop down towards 3.2, 3.1, which in turn is a very strong support level. So on the other hand, to be honest, I mean, as long as Bitcoin is bearish like this and the market is bearish like this, I don't see us reaching new all-time highs. It's a possibility, but I just don't see it. So the other scenario is we find support at 3.7, 3.8, and we actually do break above 4 cents. In which case, I think we'll just get back up to like 4.3, 4.4, and that will just get into some sort of a consolidation between 3.7 and 4.3, which at this point in time, this is the most likely scenario. But I have to say that I actually do think it's more likely at this point in time that we'll see 3 cents or 3.2 cents before we can start talking about an uptrend and new all-time highs again. So I am slightly biased towards the bearish market structure and the bearish scenario. But that's, like I said, that's short term. Long term, I still expect Kaspa to do great. But that's my take on it. If you do have any questions, let me know. But for now, thanks for watching. Take care and bye.